에어컨 덜이 한시 무료.
요, 고시 닦았다.
Oh yeah. How you doing? What are we looking at? Looking at Hoppin' Frogs, Q.O.R.I.S, the QUASHER Quadruple Imperial Stout. And it comes in an 8.45 fluid ounce can. Evidently they decided that a full can would be too much. And it weighs in at 15.7%. And I have been down here pre-gaming with smoked oysters covered in Satan sauce. Oh, and I also added a little Satan sauce additive to that. That's Larry the Cable Guy and some of the Devil Spit Bloody Mary mix, and then a dash of Satan. Because everything is better with the Satan sauce. Oh my God, look at that. That might be one of the darker beers I've ever poured. I'm not going to waste anybody's time with the fleshlight. I know it will not make it through this. Just look at the head on that. Looks like a frickin' Dairy Queen chocolate shake is melted in my glass. Smells really good. I'm getting really light coffee. Some like chocolate, like cocoa, almost like chocolate. And then maybe some dark chocolate in there too. Cheers. Oh. Dark baker's chocolate, and the longer you wait, the more flavors come out of it. Just like coats everywhere, almost like a chocolate chip cookie or like a brownie cookie. Eat the cookie, that's what I say. Okay, first of all, why would you not? Oh God, those look good, don't they? They honestly look like they could have come from several things. Some of them you wouldn't want to put in your mouth, except for Joey. Joey probably would. But let me show you how to do this. Let's take a couple of really gamey looking ones here. Speaking of Hoppin' Frog, this one almost looks like its legs. I mean, what do you think about that? We're gonna do this though. I'm gonna grab another one. Gonna throw that one on there. And then you cover it in Satan. So you end up with a nice little mixture, something like that. It's the first time I've ever added Satan sauce to the oysters. You know what's best to wash that down with? Another one. And what exactly was the deal? Without the about you guys that show up for the closing crew, the Ed Zone, there's 80 freaking comments. I gotta go a little bit more. 80 comments. How am I ever supposed to get out of here? Okay, on the Larry the Cable Guy Bloody Mary mix, EMT Rail Friend says, "Ah, I'm blind. Damn you, Miles." Alright. As you'll notice, I didn't witness that. Not at all. That's good. Okay. Also on the wrong video, Jules. Wow, Eric, naked guys. You know, I put out the girls all the time, and Joey's like, how come I don't get to get something that I like? So I put some guys in there for him. Mad Dog Morris with a link. Should I do it? He says throwback. From April 13th, 2013, Thor's Equinox.
Hey guys, you here?
Yeah, that was. Oh, and of course you left a comment in it. 8 years ago. As a throwback. Then he says, Way, someone else, Longview, here my brother. Somewhere else. Clyde says here. Clyde's first on the right video. Oh, Satan, thank you for that. Get those sinuses going. I haven't had an antihistamine today. I just did. Me and Rich were discussing this while we were eating his salsa, homemade salsa, and you could see the chunks of the Reaper in it. And Rich explains to me something like this. You know, when something is so hot and spicy, you think it's going to blow your head off, and then you're like, yeah. And I'm like, no, Rich. Just something like that. It was close. Zeus says, hee-haw. Zeus finally put together an entry with Miles on there. I'll have to save it till the next time he's over. Brad, early again? Hell yeah, brother. Hashtag FJB. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. God, guy's a frickin' retard. No offense to retards. I can see it happening. Hey, we're not as dumb as Biden. Look, I'm building you something. Oh, don't those look good?
No, they look slimy and gross.
And you add a little bit of this.
Mm-mm.
Here you go.
No, thank you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So, brings you down.
What?
Tell Miles about that.
What? Something wrong with them?
Hand wash.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I
Per-
would have.
Personally, it's probably that's probably best because otherwise this happens. That used to be a impressive glass that I got from he knows shit, and now I've well, here's another case. Well, that one is not. I think you have it upstairs right now. I have one the bigger one that looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing on it anymore.
Mm.
There used to be something on there. From Oklahoma, from Stephen Bush. Here, want to try a little bit of this?
No.
It's just chocolate water.
No.
Want a shot?
No. You want me to throw up?
Want to talk politics? Want to tell me everything you like about Biden?
Absolutely nothing.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm just wondering if I should really postpone the girls' dinner party.
Well, how many people have dropped off already?
4.
Yeah? Is it this coming weekend?
Not this weekend, next weekend. But Jen's dad got COVID, so... And she lives with him because he's older, you know, and
Uh-huh.
especially after her mom died, it was just difficult for her dad. So she's questionable.
Mr. 27 says 4th.
So, I don't know. That's what I'm
It,
thinking.
it might be smart, I guess. Especially if, you know, I'm pretty sure you didn't invite people that you didn't want to show up.
Well, no, but they've always been the same people that's always been in my circle, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm inviting complete strangers into my circle wondering, oh yeah. So, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should. I hate to, but
Well, if you've already lost a quarter of the people that were going to be here.
yep.
And you still have a week and a half to go.
I know.
Really can't wait for this bullshit to be over.
Do you want some soup tonight for soup and salad for dinner?
Yeah.
What kind of soup do you want? There's garden vegetable or there's
Something where an animal died.
chicken noodle.
That's fine.
What?
Chicken noodle.
Well, you can have chicken noodle and I'll have chicken noodle. So grab 2 cans.
I should have swiped some of, David had a big cache of Diddy Moore beef stew. I've always liked the Diddy Moore beef stew.
Yeah, that's one thing that my grandma Dorothy could make. She made really kick-ass beef stew. I wish I would have learned.
Me too.
Never told anybody her recipe.
See, I don't understand that viewpoint. Not gonna tell you my recipe. Not gonna tell you my recipe.
It's kind of hard when, you know, you're not sober for most of your life, and then when you are, you kind of forget shit.
Unlike Clyde. Mr. 27 says intro rock bummy nice. Miss 27 says escape from the hospital. Yet Harmarsh. Hope you're doing better. No, he's still there. Redneck Ramblins. Yippee-ki-yay, Captain. How are you? I'm doing good. Yeah. Just chilling with you guys. Miss 27, Solo Brew Bummy in the Brew Bummy studio. Miles says some of us don't work banker's hours. Redneck Ramblins, what's the #1 best beer you've ever had? I guess the first one that just popped in my mind when I read that is the Speedway Stout from now I remember who that was from. Something Ales. They make 2 different versions. The one I reviewed one. Artisan Ales, maybe? Not Prairie Artisan Ales, just Artisan Ales. I reviewed one, and I actually had a AleSmith. It's from AleSmith, and they released Speedway Stout, and I did a review on it, and this guy who I think I had left positive comments on his, but he's one of these. I think he was in California, and like this snooty reviewer. Like the only thing he ever reviewed was $300 and up, this, that, and the other thing, and then the beers were always the brewsmith himself bottled this for me. One of these stuck assholes. Female version. I mean, that coconut sound when her head is hitting the headboard, though, I'd love to hear that. So, I do a review of the AleSmith Speedway Stout, and he basically leaves this, like, snotty-ass comment, like, they have a barrel-aged version, but you have to be somebody to get it. It's outstanding. I'm like, whatever. I think it was like a year later, either Nick or Andy over at Keyport actually, he's never really done this before, but he had like a few bottles in his private reserve back in his office, and he saw me and he's like, I got something for you. It's I don't remember, I think it was like $57 for a 750 milliliter, and that works out to what, 3 glasses? Because I think because I shared it 3 ways, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take it, because I remember doing the review, like, hey, look what I have, Mr. Snotty Dick. I guess I got the magic, the golden ticket. You have to have the golden ticket. Eat a dick. Eat 2 while you're at it. Choke on the second one. So, yeah, that was outstanding. You can tell when a beer is, or anything that you're having, has reached some extra level. Like I remember the first time I had a filet mignon, and it was like, it's like, where's my steak knife? You won't be needing a steak knife. It's like, it was like meat cake, and this beer was incredible. And I waited until it was me, Nyhap, and Johnny Watson sitting at the table, popped it open, poured it in 3 glasses, and this is what you heard for like 5 minutes straight. Nothing. And finally, when the three of us started speaking, it was basically the same thing. It was maybe one of the most incredible beers I've had. But it was just so rich and so flavorful and sweet, and it was like we basically all agreed that it was like one of those things that maybe if we get together every single year, maybe every other year or every third year, if we had access to a bottle of this, we'd split it. It was incredible, but it was something that even if you could, you would not want to drink it every single day. I will say this, Ramblins, or Mr. Redneck, whatever one you prefer, or one of, like 5 or 6 of your other channels. Hands down, if I never had another IPA again, I would probably be okay. And that's why I would like to dedicate this brew review to my brother, Steve, Mule Team. He tagged me in a thing that was very anti-IPA, and I agree. But now, just having said that, hear me out. There's some IPAs that, like for instance, Hop Slam. I look forward to that every single year. Last year, not so much. This year, I will probably buy at least another of the 4 big cans, because I love big cans and pizza. So I'll probably get some more of that. But IPAs, anytime I'm at the store and I'm looking through stuff, I'm looking for Imperial Stouts first. And lately, I cannot have enough of the sours. I prefer the sour that's like the sweet, more, they can say it's a sour, but when you're actually drinking it, you're going, this isn't bad at all. This is like a fruit smoothie with alcohol in it. That kind of thing. I don't really like the ones where you're like half the container was filled with that shit that they put on like a sour gummy bear, or those sour snakes. But having said that, I have had, I guess the highlight for sure is an Imperial Stout. It's kind of funny that you ask, because this is pretty damn good. Not cheap. Maybe it's only in an 8 ounce can, because you can't afford 750 milliliters of that. But there's every now and then I have found an IPA. Like I said, Sonoran Desert Prepper sent it to me. It was Piney the Elder. I remember loving it. Now, having said that, maybe now if I found one, I would say, I can't believe I like this. Because, our tastes change. Seriously, I was just having this conversation last night with Christine. She made breakfast for dinner. God, I felt so screwed over. I got a little bit of hash browns and a little bit of scrambled egg and over half a bowl of thick cut bacon. I'm searching through what looked like piles of steak laying in my bowl, going, oh, there's some egg. Perfect. So Sonoran Desert Prepper sends me that Piney the Elder. That was really good. And over the years, I have found that if I actually find an IPA that I would like to search out and have again, it's usually for one of two things. I know the first one's going to come as a shock to you. A fairly high alcohol level, like Hop Slam is 10%. Dogfish Head 120 is a definite must, but I prefer to age them. I prefer to follow the same ritual every year. When it's released, buy a 4-pack. Last year it was $40. Lord knows what it's going to be this year. It'll probably be $30, but there'll be a 2-pack instead of a 4-pack for $40, because they got that game going. We're gonna make the beer look like we kept the price the same or even lowered it a little bit, but instead of it being a 6-pack, it's gonna be a 4-pack. So Dogfish Head 120 has always been a 4-pack, but normally they're $10+ a bottle, and I'm not even sure. I might have one or two of those, which that would mean they're well past the 1 year mark. But usually I like to get a 4-pack. Miles does not appreciate the IPAs, and I can respect that, but Matt does. And so I would do a review with him where we had a fresh one. And usually, like I said, I'd have to check the shelf, but the ritual is supposed to be have a fresh one and review a 1 year. But I'm not even sure what's back there anymore, because there's so much 22 ammunition stacked in front of that shelf now. Where there used to be till I gave most of it away. But yeah, 20 minutes later, that guy. I'm gonna go with AleSmith's Speedway Stout. Even the what I think is the yearly release one is pretty fantastic. But if you ever have the golden ticket and you get the barreled aged one, now that's that. Now, if you said, what's your favorite brewery? Who nails it the most? Why am I doing that? Who nails it the most for you? 15. Did I mention this was 15%, and it's in a little can? Nails it the most for me, and that would be The Brewery. Spelt wrong. If I have had 20 or 30 beers from them, let's just say for the sake of argument, if I've had 30 beers from them, I think 29 have been a 10. The very first one I ever had, Christine bought me a bottle of the Maple Stout. And I was like, holy shit. Everything from them. Now, the Clown Shoes, which they got sued or something for that, and then it turned into something else, and I haven't seen it since then. That was a very incredible stout, too, Imperial Stout. Mr. 27. Pour beer in a glass, even if it's not from 2 big cans, still nice. Redneck, looks like the captain was about to be molested in that intro. Yeah, I'm still working on my lawsuit. Miss 27, super dark brew, okay. Then he says, hitting the button, nice. Then he said, no Miles or Matt, but doesn't comment one way or the other. Miles says top 20. That means there's still 60 comments to read. Holy shit. Salty, naked me up, Scotty. And I'm not complaining. I think it's awesome. I think it's funny that evidently I still have some people that you can't quit me. And of course you can't send the thumbs down anymore. It doesn't matter if they're on or off. YouTube decided that they didn't want me to cry, and I'd have to go to my cry room. Like just happened at one of the universities, major university that turns out lawyers. They actually had to put a crying area so that, because if they got their little feelings hurt, one of the teachers put out a tweet that made some of them sad. When did our society turn into a gigantic bunch of fucking pussies? Sorry, Tardisius. I mean, seriously. Everybody's offended about everything. Well, Mule, you post shit like this all the time. You'd be the first to post that, our generation, I'm sorry, we had balls. You go out and you don't come home until the street lights come on, or my mom would yell, or Bob's mom would yell, and we'd go one way or the other, because if I wasn't having dinner at his place, he was having dinner at my place. I mean, we played with guns. We brought guns to school. We had guns hanging in the rack in my truck. We weren't a bunch of gigantic vaginas. And now everybody, I'm offended by this and I'm offended by that. Oh, go fuck yourself. Really. Go fuck yourself. God. See, right now, until I see something really change, I have absolutely no faith in us moving forward. There's some good kids out there, probably our offspring. Thankfully, and I know if people that really know me well, even my oldest, even Lily, she has some leanings towards liberal thinking. But if you actually were to say put 10 things that really disturb you about liberals and put it on a list and talk to her about it, you'd probably be surprised to find out that that she's not, just because she has a viewpoint on one thing. John found that out, and of course John's mature enough to say, you know what, you're right, Lily, I should have just had that conversation with you, and proud of you. And then there's Sam, and anybody that knows Sam, you'll never confuse Sam's like-minded thinker stuff. I worry about anybody that pisses her off, not about somebody. She is more than capable. But then again, one of my best daddy stories, and I've told you this, was Lily sitting over at the park during a time period when the ex said, "You don't support me." I'm like, okay. We'll take a 50% cut and pay for our household so that you can go do your job and I'll stay home with the kids, which I did. It's a great time. Sitting at the park, and I watched a little boy push Lily to the ground, and she says, "Please don't do that." Pushed her down again. Please don't do that. I've already told you now twice, and I'm not going to tell you again. She went one way, came around, this kid ran up behind her, pushed her to the ground. She got up, and I think the first thing that hit the ground was the back of his head. And time to throw you a parade. Standing over him. I told you nice. I told you nice. I said please. Go home and cry to your mommy. There's where it started, right there. Mike says, cheers. Tomcat, I don't know if these are all supposed to be sub-comments to his, but Tomcat says, Whoopi Goldberg is very sorry about the Holocaust thing. She promises to be good on now on. Yeah. Talk about your typical, Mr. Mark Mac 85. Okay, I'll stand back. I don't want to scream. If what this racist bitch said was, they're still going on and on about Joe Rogan. Again, if you listen to any of his stuff, he has smart scientists on. He doesn't just go find anybody. These people have more skin in the game than anybody that Fauci brings to the table, except for, well, he's in the lab creating weapons of mass destruction, yet everybody's just going to continue to look the other way and leave him in charge. The biggest piece of shit. Look at what's happened to the world in the last few years. Fuck you, Fauci. I want to see you fucking hanging in a tree. I want my 2 years back, you lying piece of shit. I would happily pay-per-view money to watch Fauci executed live. We're not putting you to sleep. We're gonna put a set of jumper cables on your fucking testicles and one on your tongue, and we're gonna just slowly turn that up. Oh no, back that off a little bit. I smell burning. That man could not be tortured long enough in my viewpoint. That's my viewpoint. Oh yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, she got a 2-week vacation. She's probably in the Bahamas right now with her feet up getting paid. Pick a conservative guy on one of those stations that has a show and says something. You know, a funny skit by Tim Allen on ABC when he was there. He'd make a comment like that. The show would be canceled. Shit, the stuff happens already. Oh, someone was offended, so we had to cancel the show. Yet this dumb bitch says that the Holocaust wasn't about racism. Okay, jumper cables for her. We can parallel them between her and Fauci. Be happy to watch them sizzle. Tomcat, happy Groundhog Day. How about we take taking the gopher ice fishing? God, you're just not going to let this go, are you? And Tomcat again, I think you should consider doing some retro brew reviews. When we were young and poor, we all drank Natty Light, Hams, Falstaff. I don't know about the Natty, like Hams. NIHAP has sent me the Falstaff, maybe some old style. Now you did. I know you did an Old English 800 review. Why not Schaefer Light? I bet Miles will go along with it. You know, Tomcat, I know if you search for the stuff, I did have a poor Eric reviews. Like right now, that's probably what I should be doing, because anybody that knows my situation, I'm doing absolutely the best that I can. And I support Christine 100% and the whole scenario. She's been hitting the job sites and trying to find something. You know, it'd be nice, you know, granted, yeah, I guess if she had to, she'd go down and work at the gas station, but trying to find something that maybe she'd be happy with and maybe call it a career instead of, so whatever. And I've got a shit ton of stuff from you guys. Either in the comments here or private in emails or texting me, just to say that you guys stand with Christine, and I and she very much appreciates that, because I think it's bullshit. Now that I guess, you know, of course, it never stopped me from saying it anyway, but Essentia Health is in any of these companies. Oh, for 2 years. 2 years. It was, in this case, 21 years. So, 19 years plus COVID. So you have employees that stick to it, show up every single day. I mean, she was literally walking through ground zero for the possible COVID interactions at Essentia Health. Every single day. I'm not sure if she even missed a single day in the last 2 years that she worked for that shit company. And then all of a sudden it's like, if you don't have it by this date, we're going to let you go. And there were so many people that said, thank you! I am not! I am not! We'll stand together. They can't get rid of all of us. Yeah, I got the jab. I had no choice. I mean, what else could I do? She could have, and we'd still be sitting comfortable. But I don't believe in it. It's not a vaccine. At best, it's an experiment. And the amount of negative things, and they're, again, okay, just for a minute, I don't mean to pick on you. All you out there that have ever said Eric is a conspiracy theorist and what he says about the is just made up in his mind, and that's not what the media or the government says. Oh yeah? How you liking all that coverage of the truckers? Oh yeah, that's media control. You know, why would they, by God, why would they not show all of the young people that are having cardiac problems and all of the negative things that have been involved? And yeah, this is probably going to be another strike because censorism and censorship, and you know, you're not allowed to have your own opinion. You're not allowed to be concerned about your own life and the life of your loved ones. God, just like with everything else, it's so nice to already know that Joe Rogan is a hero. And all you dumb old pieces of shit that want to pull your crap off of Spotify, good. Bye-bye. Didn't scourge. Peter Dinklage, gonna cancel you if you keep wearing that shirt. What is the... Well, there's some big deal about that. I think, isn't he in a little trouble himself? Hey Google, give me a drum roll. Thank you.
Just doing my job.
Hey Google, if I ask you to play people laughing, can you do that?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Play a laugh track.
Laugh track by Likes, sure. Playing on Spotify.
Google, stop whatever you're about to do.
Yo.
You hear that joke about peanut butter? I'm trying to spread it around.
Google. Hey Google, stop that. That was funny. Rich Huff says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Our Marsh, finally the Brew Bummy Rock, it was back to Duluth. It's my money. Question, why do you need to have bipods on multiple rifles? Couldn't you just have one and switch it from rifle to rifle? Why would I do that? No! That's like saying, why do you need multiple lowers? All you need is one, and then I can switch it from one AR to the other. Hell, I could have one that I could have the 300 Blackout, a 5.56, and the 22, and one lower. No, I like to have a complete rifle. I don't want it. Does not compute. Whew, that was close. Steven, I prefer the look of the stainless hardware on the $39 bipod. Well, I could polish the stuff on the $300 one. Poco says, to effort today. Then he says, I don't understand how you can put so much heavy stuff on the front of your rifle. Just a heavy comp drives me nuts. Well, I guess it depends on what you're doing with it. If I was going to build a gun solely designed just for hunting, then I would probably try to go ultralight. For me, everything that I have except for the C308, that's chambered in 308. Well, actually, there's two. Jeremy has the early palmetto state that was nothing but a pain in the ass, and now appears to be running just fine. That one has little to nothing on it because it was kind of like a big boomer, close quarters combat kind of scenario. But anything else that I have in 308 is considered a bench gun. You know, I'm not going to be trudging through the woods with it. If I really wanted to go hunting, I'd build something specifically designed just for that. And these are not. So the weight of it is completely irrelevant when you flip out the bipod, set it on the shooting bench, and take aim. Not to mention, the more weight that you have on it, your follow-up shots are, you know, a little bit more smooth because the thing's not bouncing all over the place. Ladies? She's like, yeah. Nipper size. Steven, everyone associated with Troy should be blacklisted by everyone. You don't think to inform people about what happened? If not for business purposes, but for friendship. I agree. Still. Here, let me double check, just in case something went wrong with my phone. Let's see. John Fitch. Monday at 8 p.m. Nope, never got a response. Tomorrow is Thursday. Today is Wednesday. In a few moments, a couple hours, Nope, did not get a response. Poco, I always hoped Joni Mitchell would be impelled by a broomstick. Steven, get a cheap ketchup squirt bottle from Walmart. Mix up your own sauce the way you like to perfection, and then add them to the container. Instant boner in a bottle. A bottle boner, if you will. Poco says that also works for bulk sex lube. Smile Money. Troy died from COVID-19. Since he died at the very beginning of January after having the virus for a while, my assumption is that it was the Delta variant. Like I said, several people, John and the Crazy Scotsman, all talked to him. He started off by saying that he was doing not too bad. Then he said he felt kind of shitty. And then Scotsman said when he talked to him, he was like, I'm on the tail end of it. And then he's dead. You know, never mind. Smile Money. Sorry. Poco? H5. H5 is a miss. Poco. All weather sounds more like high school math question. Poco. The trigger I have has pre-travel and a reset adjustment. I just dropped it in and never adjusted it. Well, if you dropped it in and it worked, obviously it probably didn't have the over travel bar on it that you had to play around with. I'm guessing that all of the adjustments were probably just backed out. So in essence what you have is a stock trigger, because I want to say that my Lone Wolf Ultimate Adjustable, all of those set screws were in. It would have been at 0. So you'd have to, especially the over travel, is you just keep turning it, basically turning it into the gun fails, the gun will not fire, and then just back it off a little bit. And what you're really doing is just taking up any of that travel. I don't know. I mean, if you're happy with the way it feels, and I wouldn't mess with it. I mean, otherwise, you know, and the thing is and I don't. There's obviously variables, because I've had, like, for instance, my 10 millimeter, the one that's in the MCK. Did I ever tell you about the time that we were up at the range, Jeremy? That one, I don't remember what I did. Maybe it was swapped it with the slide for the 45. I don't remember. And sometimes those adjustable triggers work just fine on one particular setup, and if you switch over to a compatible slide, like say you've done the same thing on 2 different 9 millimeters, and all of a sudden it doesn't work on one, but it works just fine on the other. Happens. She has really nice eyes. Poco, if I ever win the lottery, I'm gonna pay to produce a midget porn in your basement titled Little Porn in Eric's Basement. That'll be fun. Steven, imagine being able to take back beer that sucked, like a pillow that wasn't firm enough. That would be nice, because I'd take all of that 3 Floyds, I'd take all that shit back. It's not even like I can even bring it over to Mike, because Mike likes, you know, Coors Light, PBR, Busch Light, Miller Light, Michelob. Clyde, Whiskey and Revolution for all. Thank you, Clyde. Clyde, my country, right or wrong? If right, to be kept right. If wrong, to be set right. Clyde, I wasn't gonna do. I've already got multiple fires burning, but I wasn't gonna do a shot. But you kind of brought me to it with that. I'm gonna go in for a little bit of the Grant's Triple Wood. From Ludwig. I tell you what, it's going to be me and Grandma having a little. Grandma wanted a little bit more. Again, you guys that have used that app to order alcohol into the brew club here, I'm actually thinking about trying that myself. That way I don't have to go get it. Clyde? Nipples? McLean. Speaking of mothers leaving something behind, Eric, your mother left her self-respect here. McLean, hey Eric, can I come over to your place for a few days? I'm gonna... Wow, that is weird. I'm gonna have to get back to you. Why? Oh, it is on the outside. Never mind, sorry I blew up. I have no idea where it came from though. I was just wondering why there was it actually looked like the inside of the Funko Pops. My Rick Deckard, Milton Borton, and Samarie, and John Wick, and it's just something on them. I don't know, must have been grinding something over here. Blue Healer, 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Blue Healer. Matt Davis, drink, drank, drunk. Yep. Working on it. Working on it on a school night. But what do I care? I don't even like it. I don't even like this shit anymore. I'm thinking about quitting and... Well, Stephen Bush, unfortunately, I can't even make the joking line about going to Walmart and being a greeter because they're kind of a pussy company, aren't they? Okay, let's get through this. So, oh my God, this is so stupid. Matt, I want to go fishing if I get out your way. Okay, I'm good with that, Matt. Maybe this summer, because evidently we're searching for an opportunity to do a charter. Tomcat's sub-comment, he is not really a fisherman. I would love to even see a video of Lake Superior. Hey, I can do that. Tardisius, don't forget to call the toll-free number to check your zip code. Wade, your sausage is cold. That's why the jelly is so thick. Wade, I think if I had to go back to California, when I stepped out of the plane, either I or the ground would burst into flames. Wade, I can't embrace my nakedness like Salty does. I don't want to be the reason half the world goes blind. DFC, Sniffers Row, up in here. Mason Jar Mafia, love the shirt. Thanks. You know, since you're new to all this, I might have to go back into the closet and you wouldn't even believe what the shirt collection looks like. And that is even last time John Huber was here, I went upstairs and John said that he'd love some t-shirts, especially some of the t-shirts that I wear. So I filled a garbage bag with t-shirts and it didn't even put a dent. I bet you in the time since you guys started sending me shirts, I have had Christine purchase more coat hangers about 5 times. The last time, I think she bought me 40. And, yeah, I'm trying to think who was here last. Jeremy and Caitlin. Josh, I don't know if Josh looked in the office, but in the office, Christine's old desk, because she doesn't... actually, I stole Christine's computer and wiped it and reformatted it to whatever that operating system is, that NIHAPS that I had to have. Reformatted it to that, and I use that now. I'll sit on the couch and use the Toshiba. So she doesn't use her desk anymore because she stole my computer. And so her desk has 3 piles of shirts that are at least 2 foot high plus, as high as I could stack them before they fell over. And there's three big piles there. And then I've been going back into the closet, which basically goes from right here as far as I can. It's farther than I can reach, and it's all stuff like pro-gun, pro-Trump, anti-Biden. I love the shirts. About the only one I've never worn out in public, but I have no problems wearing it here, is the one that says fuck Biden, fuck Harris, and fuck you too. Other than that, everyone else has been worn. Boys over at Superior Meats, it's almost like a weekly what is Eric wearing today thing. Can't wait for summer, because I gotta like make sure the jacket's pulled out of the way so you can read the whole thing. Mason Jar Mafia, the liver is evil and shall be punished. Cheers. Cheers. Hello. Smart money. I'm going to lie. I was shocked when you may have exaggerated the price of the bipod. I thought it was $4.85. You know, that is the price on the invoice. It was just 2 bipods. Sue me. Laugh out loud. The Holiday Inn Express overnight. Great way to do research. Well, yeah. Ever gone into a hotel room with the CSI light? Scotsman says whiskey. Scotsman, Scotsman, I'm gonna have to take a rain check on that. Pre-gaming with the Bloody Mary, and then a 15%er. Yeah. We're getting poached. Last of the Satan sauce. Seriously, you want the best? Just go to eBay. Do a search for Satan sauce. And I recommend all the hot sauces. Maybe stay away from the suicide, unless that kind of gives you a little tingle in your swimsuit area. But you absolutely, at a bare minimum, have to try the mustard and the original Satan sauce. Scotsman, 3 minutes, 35 seconds, going downhill again. Scotsman, Joe Rogan is simply being attacked for truths. Many of us have been, and I am still, shadow banned on IG. No one can tag me, etc. Provides a message to them. Account cannot be tagged because they have been posting misinformation regarding COVID-19. I will never be silenced. Screw the commies. We will win in the end. Ah, Scotsman. Everything we were saying 2 years ago is turning out to be true. I have zero regrets. Except for I wish we had a stronger way, because less people would have been manipulated into doing something that may be detrimental to them. Scotsman, some of these copies or clones of bipods, etc. are actually pretty damn good. I agree. I absolutely. I can look in there and go, yeah, the 24-inch, I definitely, and that one's already set up. All I have to do is put the bipod on it. Like I said, I just took out those 2 screws. I put some red Loctite on it and tightened it back up. It's like $40 versus $320. I don't know. You do the math. Scotsman, latest is approval for kids under 5. What the fuck? Any parent that does this should be brought up on charges for torture and mistreatment. Scotsman, everything that I'm seeing, I cannot disagree with you one bit. Scotsman, there are definitely more to what happened to Troy. I trust no hospital. They stand to make money. Scotsman, lots of excellent brew babes in this one. Hashtag Ed approved. Hashtag be like Ed. Scotsman, what? Vent away, brother. I am beyond pissed. So many have our information, and no one contacted even one of us. Scotsman, The Rock opened a while back. He is another one who is a hypocrite. Oh, he is. I from everything I heard, I thought that he was going to be a true Trump guy. And then he comes out supporting a retard. Scotsman, dark, dry, and no flavor. What do you just describe, the VP? Scotsman, Foots works great. Yes, it does. It's McLean's going to be going, I tried to tell you. I normally use Mothers. I buy Mothers practically, like joking like Travis, 5-gallon containers. But I have a big-ass container of Mothers. Works great. Having said that, the last time I brought the Smith & Wesson 610, I don't know if I've ever even showed that gun. It's a first-gen revolver from 1982, chambered in 10 millimeter, and badass. Just doesn't describe it enough. Maybe I was just talking to Clyde, because Clyde sent me this wicked basket weave leather holster for it. Oof, makes my nipples hard. What were we talking about? Oh, the last time I had that revolver out, I couldn't stop shooting it, and by the time I got home, it almost looked like a blued revolver. It had so much gunpowder on it, and I first of all, as full disclosure, because it's easier to clean, I disassembled it and took the cylinder off of the crane, but still, the flitz was like, and it's shiny. The shit just works incredible. I'm actually thinking about, instead of the Mother's polish, I'm thinking about giving the flitz a try on cleaning the my headlamp enclosures. Salty just did a video on that, and that's something I've been doing for years, but I use Mother's polish instead, and I'm thinking I might try the flitz this time around. The only thing that he did different is a headlamp sealer, and I was looking some products online up, and I definitely have to try that. The truck is terrible right now. When I drive in the morning, I'm in complete dark, and I've actually turned the lights off to see if anything changed, because I was like, did I just have like some electrical problem? Am I on nothing but running lights? But yeah, I'm a big fan of light, especially anybody that's been in the gun room knows that there's probably 4 more fixtures in there than anyone would normally put. But yeah, I'd really like to see if there's like a halogen conversion for a 2007 Dodge Ram. At least I think that's what it is. Or is it a 6? Every year, every time I think about it, it always turns out to be older than I remember. Scotsman, you powered through the disastrous brew. Yeah, I finished it, but God, now I got 5. Tomcat, what are the best Winter Olympic sports? men's downhill skiing, ski jump, bobsled, luge, hockey, the agony of defeat. Good memories. You know, I'm starting to wonder if anybody's going to get to do this one. They're already finding that of the 200 and something, over half of them had COVID or something over there. I'm like, I don't know. I always kind of liked the downhill skiing, the slalom, and the long jump. That was incredible to watch. The bobsled was kind of like, come on, seriously? You're talking about the difference between not even getting on the podium and a gold is like measured in hundredths of a second or a minute. It's pretty incredible though, but that'd be fun to try. I definitely would not want to be the driver the first time around. Tom Gat, it's a no for figure skating. Oh, I just love figure skating. Sharky, that's a great new shirt. It's actually not. I don't remember when I got that. I was going through the pile on Christine's desk. I guess it could be fairly new. Sharky, that indeed looks like quite a good copy of the Atlas bipod. Heck, yeah. I mean, so good. I'd be willing to go over there and buy like 4 of them. Sharky, H2. Ooh, H2 is a hit. And Sharky is on the board. Sunk. Nicely done, Sharky. Nicely done. You know, I just want to give credit where credit is due. Sharky has played every single Battleship game since this started. And he has... well, he has a chance. He's got a win sitting in the box. A knife with his name on it. It'd be nice if... we could, at some date and time, we could figure out a way to reasonably ship some things like your painting. But I just want to give credit where credit is due. Sharky, my friend, you've played every single game knowing that your chances of actually fondling whatever item it is, but it does put him in control. It gives him the ability to... We've got one that was set aside, and otherwise they go to Justin's final mission or the Boy Scouts. A true gentleman. Sharky, I need me some polish time with the sea carry. There better be one in the tube. Yeah, there was definitely one in the tube. Yeah, maybe I need to shine that up. Oh, by the way, I don't know why. It just had this thing last night. Today was Bring Your Ed to Work Day. And I actually did get it a little dirty. But Ed would approve. That's what I carried at work today. I know. Ed would be just like Scott. Probably pissed off at me if he found out that I had it just sitting around and didn't actually use and enjoy it. So, Sharky, I'm not into fishing, but I would like to sail or drive a motorboat. Perfect match with a Belgian friend when I spent every summer in Spain with my grandparents. We'd arrange a boat, I'd drive the boat, he'd fish, and we'd both drink. Back on shore, grill the catch on the beach with some girls, and read more button, and a good to go. Early 90s were great. YouTube has given me some choices, and I'm going with sounds great, Sharky. Sharky SH, told you once, I'll tell you again, outro is like a scenery right here in the summer at the canal. Mad Dog Morris, throw that beverage back over the border, oh yeah. And FJB. Mad Dog. J Wolf, Elite Ammunition. J on the wrong video. I would give that locator to the scout leader. Well, it's in the box. I haven't mailed it yet. I may not be able to get that out to next week because, I'm, today's only Wednesday, and the wallet is already zipped out of nothing. So, Jay, I apologize, but I will strive for that being in Monday's mail. Tomcat, I think YouTube deleted my comment on Whoopi Goldberg. I have been canceled by culture? Probably. You're not allowed to, say whatever's on your mind. Jay on the wrong video. I like the blueberry cocoa stout, but it is a pure dessert beer. Very sweet. Jay on the wrong video. I say, hell yes, cut the double gauge 10 down. Oh, it would still be big. Jay, on the wrong video again. Truck talk Fiats, Dodges suck, and while the 7.3 Power Stroke is badass, I will stick with my Triton V10. Oh, guys in their trucks. Mr. Mark Mac 85, Fire H1. See, I like the way you guys are doing this, but, it's the consequences. That's a miss. If you were Sharky, he'd be like, his comment would be, just making sure. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it's too late. Jay, on the right video for a change. I have never had a 3 Floyds that was good enough to be on par with Spotted Cow. Hell, I would drink PBR or Old Pile. Wow. Jay, they must be, someone must have turned the screws up recently, because I've had quite a few good things from them. Yesterday's? No. Devastated. I had to actually go to my safe place and cry. Like a libtard douchebag. Mr. Mark Mac 85, you're so right. Joe Rogan lets people tell the truth. Last comment, Jay. Mothers is what is keeping it from discoloring. It's the old military trick. After you're polished up the brass on your Class A's, you do a once-over with car polish. The car polish acts as a barrier to keep air from oxidizing the surface metal and discoloring or rusting. Well, it works great, and like I said, you just have to spend a little time, like about probably in a month or so. I go through the safe and I look for everything that's possible for that happening, and hit it with a little mother's polish. About the only one that's really at the top is the 10 gauge. I need to make sure that stays rust free, and then the Mosin. That's the only other one. Like, look at the color. It's just like stains the glass. It's so thick. Oh, I tell you, it is not boozy. It does not have a warming, and it has a shit ton of alcohol. Oh, see. What, here, that's, well, now that we're an hour and 20 minutes in, what does Q.O.R.I.S, the Crusher Quadruple stand for? Quadruple oatmeal Russian-style Imperial Stout will tantalize, engulf, and gash your taste buds like no other. Oh, I'm gonna burp. Dry hopped and first wort hopped with aromatic American hops to create one great and memorable Imperial Stout. Well, if they're saying Russian, it doesn't really have, I guess. Okay, fine. If I wish everybody's Imperial Stout was this is just a 10. It's almost a 15.7. This is very good. It would be it'd be interesting to put a little age on one of these. Okay. Satan sauce. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put a link at the very top. I don't know, like-minded thinker. If you guys ever been over to Locked and Loaded when he's in the chat room, he's funny. He's obviously a like-minded thinker, and I have yet to have the equivalent, the mustard. And I realize it's not his staple product, the Satan sauce. That one right there is would be number one, but there is nothing that beats that mustard. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Go check them out, man. Tell them I sent you. Going to the club. And first in the club, Salty Double Naked Club with assless chaps. Sexy. Mr. Mark Mac 85. Wow. Rest in peace, Troy. Smile money. Looked like ballpark $1,000 was donated after Troy's death. Cheers, Glovers. Well, let me just tell you this. That money, pretty much guarantee that it's gone to covering expenses and everything, blah blah blah. But that is why I said make no more donations. It'd be nice if somebody would actually get back to us so that we can pull the site down. I have yet to check today, but the actual the mission battle warrior battalion had been taken down. Let me oh, never mind. I had already removed it from yesterday's. I removed the links. The links don't. I can't go back in time. There's just too many of them. Warrior Battalion, error 521. It is gone. The donation page is still up and working. And Smile Money 4 days ago had made the last donation. I need to get that link taken down because I am not I do not want any more donations made until this is resolved. Didn't Scourge, Dwarf Shot Club. I'm sorry. I gotta tap out at this point in time. I have not had shit today. 2 pork chops. Mr. 27, if you don't hit the like button, Brewbomi, we'll hit you in the head with a hammer time. Nice. I am not even sure that I'm not even sure if they left it so that we had access to this information. Let me look. If the likes and see, Stephen, if you're still here listening, the Mole Milk Stout from Left Hand, I know Rich said I pronounced it wrong because it's Mexican. The whatever he said, that one shows 96.4% percent for likes. It doesn't. Oh, maybe it does if I hover. Yeah, it has 27 likes and 1 dislike. 248 views. That's bizarre. Now, that's the other thing I'd like to point out is you guys, in the last few days, each of the brew reviews has more views than a BattleBox video on a channel that has over 22,000 subs. So, I just like to say thank you to the greatest crew, the Brew Crew. And I laugh at the, looks like one person that I have gotten under your skin, but I gotcha, because you gotta come back every single time. And that is a win for me, so, and those are nipples. Okay, I'm gonna hit the refresh button just one time, and then I'm getting my ass out of here. Mr. 27 stands as the last comment. And like I said, click the link. Go check them out. Pick yourself up a bottle. Check out the mustard. Now, this is flavor first with some heat. The mustard, I would say, is the same thing. John doesn't like super ass hot. Go ahead and try taking a jar of mustard out of John's hands. Remember the Rayovac commercial? Go ahead, knock it off. Same thing. Okay, guys, cheers. More than likely, we'll see you tomorrow because I'm trying to keep a roll going so that Harmarsh, Harold, get your ass out of the hospital. But meanwhile, I got another hour and a half of your stay at the hospital covered, my friend. Harmarsh, I love you, my brother. The rest of you guys, stay safe and never let a friend vote liberal.